Hi, I am Song. Today we will study the differences and similarities between Korean and Japanese. We can check the three differences and similarities between Korean and Japanese based on English and also check what should be noted when studying. First, when we write, we can find differences. Unlike Korean and English, Japanese do not use spaces.
나는 너를 사랑해.
私は君を愛している。
The white letters in Japanese are hiragana, and the red letters are Chinese characters. English and Korean use spaces for each word, while Japanese does not use spaces for each word. Japanese people can identify the meaning without spacing because they use Chinese characters, or hiragana, which can produce Japanese unique sounds at the same time. The second difference is also caused by the characteristics of Japanese. Katakana or katakana must memorize 50 notes. When you learn Japanese, coffee,
커피,
コーヒー、
TV,
TV,
テレビ、
bo,
멍멍,
ワンワン。
loanwords in Korean appear to be mainly influenced by English and tend to be faithful to the original sound.
램프, 컴퓨터,
But it is estimated that Japanese loanword notation was particularly influenced by Netherlands, other European countries, and English. You can see the examples.
ガラス、ランプ、コンピュータ。
ガラス、ランプ、コンピュータ。
Japanese is particularly unique in foreign language, notation, and pronunciation. The third is the difference in Chinese character pronunciation. Let's see.
Seoul,
서울, 서울,
ソウル、ソウル。
Preparation.
준비,
準備。
Did you find out differences? The key is the end of word. Korean and Japanese have words with the same pronunciation, but consonants at the end of the word are not pronounced in Japanese. So words derived from the same Chinese character are pronounced differently. Let's look at an example. Reservation in Korean.
예약,
예약,
In Japanese,
予約。
予約。
from now on, we will check the similarities between Korean and Japanese. The two languages have a different word order than English. The language of both countries uses verbs or adjectives at the end. In other words, the conclusion is said at the end. The similarity between the two languages is the difference from English.
나는 너를 좋아해.
私は君を好きです。
Joape and sukid s are verbs. In Korean, in Japanese, verbs are at the end of sentence. The word order of Korean and Japanese is different from that of English. Sometimes sentences are made without verbs. The similarity between Korean and Japanese is the use of makers or particles. In the example sentence, the yellow letter is marker or particle. Markers or particles are used after nouns or pronouns. These indicate the formality of the subject or object or serve as a preposition or conjunctions in English. There are more markers that can respond to Korean and Japanese. Markers, which play the first and second roles, can be seen in the example sentence,
은, 는,
are responded to in Japanese,
와,
을, 을.
are respond to o, and in Korean, in Japanese,
와, 과,
from in Korean and in Japanese,
부터,
から、
up to is.
까지,
まで。
Third, the similarity between Korean and Japanese is the use of respectful words. In Korean and Japanese, white letters are words of respect.
나는 그를 존경합니다.
私は彼を尊敬します。
Korean and Japanese use honorifics according to the other person's position or age. In most cases, respect words are added at the end of the sentence. However, they also use respect words for the markers.
존경하다, 존경합니다.
尊敬する、尊敬します。
It is the same respect, but you can see that the feeling is different. Let's listen to it one more time.
존경하다, 존경합니다.
尊敬する、尊敬します。
Next, let's learn the difficulties and relatively easy points when learning Korean and Japanese. Korean is a sound letter. Therefore, if you know the alphabet of Korean, you can pronounce all Korean immediately. However, there is a difficulty in learning verbs and adjectives are changeable. Japanese also has changes in verbs, but it is not as diverse as Korean, so it is easy. However, even if you learn Japanese alphabets, you can't read all Japanese because Japanese pronounce Chinese characters differently depending on the situation. Thank you for watching.
시청해주셔서 감사합니다.
視聴してくださってありがとうございます。